Well, awesome sauce, people. We found the Pony Express Trail. As you can see, the Pony Express only went for 2 years. And the reason for that is right at the time they were trying to get some, quicker mail service out there, and they pulled it off by coming up with this Pony Express thing. In 1862 or whatever, the railroad was built, so the Pony Express was suddenly, as quickly as they put it together, it became obsolete. So the trail goes up that way. It almost looks like you can drive on it. I don't know if you're supposed to drive on it, but I'll probably camp right somewhere around here tonight and then maybe take a hike on it tomorrow and check it out. It may not be that exciting, but it's more about the history of it and just sort of, being present where this thing happened way back when, because it was, pretty romantic, this notion of riding these horses and these guys swapping horses every however, I don't know how many miles they went. All right, after a little bit of pondering, I've decided that it's okay to drive on the, there's a rut there, okay to drive on the Pony Express Trail. And the absurdity of driving my van on this does not escape me, but it's very late right now. It's like 7 o'clock, so I'm just going to try to find a place to camp. This spot right here might work. All right, plan B. I kind of decided that wasn't such a great spot after all. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's our spot. Oh, look at this. My goodness me. Got a view over that way. We're literally going to camp on the Pony Express Trail. How cool is that? As you may have figured out by now, I really love these open desert spots where I've got these vistas for miles. Alrighty, well, I think I found my camp spot for the night. It's just barely off the road, but I found a little place I could pull off right there. It's just getting dark right now. That's the nice thing about having the van, though. It really doesn't matter. You can come into a camp when it's dark and just flip on the lights and cook inside the van and you're all good. And there's some lights over on the hill over there that are they moving? No, they're stationary. So somebody lives over there. I don't know if I lower this down, if you can see better. It's right on that mountain, directly in the middle of the frame. And then over this way, yeah, it's just getting pretty dark. It's a beautiful open country here. I guess Eureka, Nevada is going to be down over that way. You can see a star, a planet up there starting to appear. This'll do. So camping on the Pony Express Trail. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by that, but I am. Alrighty, I'm doing a little morning hike along the Pony Express Trail. You can see the moon up there. It's a really nice morning pre-sunrise and a nice sky. Sun's gonna come up over there. And walking along here, I just discovered this kind of oddity. No, not my coffee cup, but rather this thing here. So I don't know what this is. It's got this kind of gravel around it and kind of a circle. It's got a number something -219 on it. So if anybody knows what this puppy is, let me know in the comments. All right, so I'm just walking along the Pony Express Trail here. It's a pretty major route on this part of it. And then I pointed out some lights that I saw last night. You see the moon up there on the left again. That bare area in the center of the frame is where the lights were coming from. And it's obviously a major kind of strip mining operation. All right, everyone, I'm walking along the Pony Express Trail this morning. I wanted to share some more knowledge I gained on the trail. First of all, the Pony Express ran from April of 1860 until October of 1861, so it was only about 18 months, which is pretty amazing. And the Pony Express was not replaced by the railroad, but rather the Transcontinental Telegraph. And so this job of being a Pony Express rider was really dangerous. They had some pretty serious run-ins with the Paiute Indians and other Indians. A lot of them were killed, and these riders were super young, like 15 to 20 years old, most of them teenagers, and they also had to be, they're really rugged and tough, but they were small men. They were like jockeys. They needed to be smaller and lightweight so that less strain on the horses, and they could carry more mail and whatnot. So, and the horses were out here in the West, they use Mustang horses, and so the horses were fast, but they generally were traveling at a fast trot, and they would gallop sometimes, but that was pretty rare. You can't gallop a horse for miles and miles and miles. So each horse leg was about 15 miles, and at a fast trot they could travel at close to 15 miles per hour. So the horses' shifts were only about 1 hour. So a rider might change horses 6 or more times over the course of the day. So it's pretty amazing. It took about 10 days for mail to travel from San Francisco to New York, or New York to San Francisco, which is remarkably fast. So you can see why this Pony Express thing was so romanticized. All right, well, I've consulted the map, and I've realized that the shortest way for me to get back to Highway 278 on my way to Eureka, Nevada, will be to stay on the Pony Express Trail. Now, I'm not sure the van's going to be able to do this, but I'm going to take a chance and give it a try. All right, well, so far so good. The trail's quite overgrown. The worst issue is, I'm going to be scraping up the van with these branches. Probably won't cause too much harm, but not super happy about that. But I have seen markers. I am on the Pony Express Trail. You can see the weeds growing in the middle of it. This is not very often traveled, and I just hope that I don't come to a closed gate at the other end on the main road. All right, we've got a gate here, but it looks like it's passable. We just have to open the gate, close it when we go through. I'm afraid this is going to be a two-hand job. Bear with me. There's a nice big pile of road apples. All right, well, looks like we made it out alive from the Pony Express Trail. I'm not going to lie, that was a little dicey in the Sprinter. I don't think I would do it again. I've got four-wheel drive on that rig, and I needed it. I don't think a two-wheel drive Sprinter would make it. Anyway, it was a fun adventure, and at the end of the trail here is this kind of kiosk here that has some information on it, so we're going to check that out. It's like another two-hander. Well, here's a nice concise description of the Pony Express and the purpose of it. In 1845, it took 6 months to get a message from the east coast of the United States to California. By the late 1850s, 500,000 people had migrated west and were demanding up-to-date news from home. Something had to be done to deliver mail faster and improve communication. in the expanding nation. 500 Mustang horses, 200 men to manage the stations. Although the Pony Express captured the admiration and the hearts of people around the world, it was a financial disaster for its founders. 18 months after Pony Express began, it ended with completion of the first transcontinental telegraph on October 26, 1861. And here's the route. Shows the entire route with the stations along the way. A quote from Mark Twain. Really fascinating. Pony Express riders changed horses at a relay stations located about every 12 to 15 miles. At home stations spaced about every 75 to 100 miles. A fresh rider and mount would continue with mail in the mochila, leather pouch. To the next relay station, riders carried the mochila across the trail system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You too can trot, hike, or drive across a portion of the Pony Express route. Along the way, you'll pass 5 historic station sites with across 53 miles. The Wild West surrounds you as you traverse the path that has come home to symbolize entrepreneurship and individual heroism. I'll just go over this slowly. Stop at each one so you can pause if you like. So we're near Eureka, Nevada, so if you ride your pony to the town of Eureka, 19 miles south, you're bound to meet descendants of people who came to Eureka County in the 1860s. Some former Pony Express employees settled ranches in this area, taking advantage of the Homestead Act of 1862. The people of Eureka who own former station sites take pride in their connection to the Pony Express. All right, thank you all for coming along on this splendid Pony Express adventure. I hope you learned something. I sure did. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. I've got a bunch of great adventures coming up, and I'd love you to come along with me. So until next time, thanks for watching.